What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Excuse the background, no Zoom today. Just doing straight recording because it was like a knee-jerk reaction. Yesterday, I watched episode 1 of Gramz's story of, when she began telling LeeLee that she wasn't happy when the relationship was called off, and more depth and background on why she did what she did. So this video is a response to that. I'm going to show a few clips from that first video from her, and then I want to talk about a couple of personal updates in my life and give a call to action. So like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, come right back. And I appreciate you for it. Peace.
No talking, let the slaughter commence. For those who claim king, but low-key softer than Prince. If we was talking cars, maybe Joker at best. And if so, Heath Ledger, I still lay him the rest.
The internet. Now, because this topic is so goddamn long, this topic, I can talk all day when it comes to this. However, I'm gonna break it down into segments for y'all because I don't have all day to sit here and talk about the past. However, it's still my current because I still am healing from certain things and I'm still transitioning from being a certain way, from being a family person to being a person that's out here on my own. And I go through a lot, and I feel like people think because I'm in a relationship and I just don't care at all. So my objective of making this video is to put all the phony rumors to rest. Definitely want to start with the first question. When did y'all break up? We broke up in January. We deadass broke up on New Year's.
Now listen to what she's saying. They broke up in January and was still able to pull the wool over our eyes in April when they were in Turkey getting their teeth fixed. That just goes to show how that cycle can be so normalized.
Came in, we broke up. I invited some friends back to the house. We all was just laughing, lollygagging, enjoying our night. Somehow she felt triggered by something that was said in the room. I checked in with her. I'm like, yo, babe, cheer up. Let's enjoy the night. It's a new year. Let's have fun. She got awkward around my friends. My friends felt out of place. They didn't know what was going on. She's mad for 2-3 days. Pull her to the side. I'm like, what's going on? Like, why are you still angry, reacting the same old way? But it's a new beginning. It's a new us. We're in a bigger place. We got new cars. We should be happy. And we're 8 years in. If we still could be triggered by old things, we might as well live in the old past. I'm ready to move forward. Let's be grown. Let's communicate. And then I suggest, hey, let's get therapy. Not only did I suggest let's get therapy at the beginning of the year, but I've been saying it for the year prior in 2020 and 2019. I've been begging for therapy to be included in our relationship so we can be better for each other. And
unfortunately, is also very familiar to me. They be all gung-ho about doing what we can, but watching them fold on therapy is a true, clear indicator of how concerned they are about not only resolving the relationship issues, but their personal issues as well.
And it started getting to the point where I'm like, yo, forget wanting help for me. You should want it for the kids. And that request kept getting ignored, and she kept making promises that she's gonna change, she's gonna do better, she's gonna try not to be controlling, she's gonna try not to talk with her hands, she's gonna try not to be too combative and arguing. So it just led to broken promises after broken promises. I wasn't beat for it anymore. I got tired of things getting out of control and you blaming it on your mental illness. Like, somebody has to take accountability. Begging for her to communicate better, keep me up to date. How do you feel? I'm the type of person, I like to do mental checks. Like, I wanna know how you feel. What's making you happy? What's making you sad? And if it's me making a mistake, tell me where I'm making a mistake so I can get the opportunity to fix it so we don't end up here again. But as time went by, we always ended up here again. And then that's when she started surprising me with gifts and thinking that if she bought me this, that will make me want to be back with her. But I want to change behavior, not gifts. I want to...
Nah, she said a whole word right there with that change behavior, not gifts. Is when I look at females like they actually the man. And they be thinking they the man clearly.
Respect, not gifts. And I started feeling less than, started feeling unappreciated because my needs weren't being met. So when I couldn't speak anymore, I started writing letters. Like, I started getting unique as fuck with my communication. Y'all, I ain't even gonna flex. I wanted that relationship to work so bad that I started trying different ways to get through to her. Like, yo, what do we need to do? How are we gonna do this? I'm writing notes, leaving sticky notes through the house, letting her know how much I love her on good days. And that's even on bad days. Like, there's been times we done got into it and I'm leaving sticky notes, reminding her how much I love her. Still no change. Coming to her and speaking to her and wanting to sit down and understand, it always led to arguing, fighting, name calling, talking about who pockets look like what and who does what. It just always turned into a tit for tat argument. So it got to the point where I started writing letters and leaving them for her. So on January the 3rd, I wrote her a letter. It's easier to write how I feel because I make attempts to discuss things in person that tend to get taken the wrong way based off of tone and gestures. My needs are definitely going unmet, but I understand why. There's a lot that has been going on with us mentally and emotionally, so I don't approach you with my personal problems often because the timing hasn't been the appropriate time. I also noticed that you've been stressing a lot lately about finances, which I completely understand, because you don't notice that you have been overextending yourself and dishing out more than what's been coming in. I've tried bringing it up to you, but a lot of the times you've shut me down with the "it's my money and I do what I want" attitude. No, those weren't your exact words, but when you make statements like "I feel like the man of the house," that puts me under the impression that you feel I shouldn't be able to comment on what you choose to do with your money. I don't know how much you expect to save when you're loaning your parents money every other day or week, paying both their phone bills and car insurance when there's hardly any money coming for us. So that's one major dilemma that we're having. Our family, our household should always come first. Then comes the appreciation for what we do have. I literally tried my best to show my appreciation for you. I leave notes, bought gifts, bring flowers. We have sex when we are in a clear headspace to have sex. I've bent a lot of my own rules to please you mentally and sexually, and for it to all be thrown in my face as if I sit around here and do completely nothing. You speak so highly of me. You speak highly of me as long as you're not comparing yourself to me. You feel you do way more for me, but you've been speaking your own language and not mine. My needs are completely different from yours, but you tell me that you've been doing what you need to do for me. If you were, I still wouldn't be misunderstood for the same things in the same way for the last 4 years. You would have to do things that lets me know you care about me as a person. Instead, you do what makes you happy, and when I ask you to do something for me, you just tell me you're tired because you tried to make me happy already years ago. As if you gave up years ago. That's when I asked for therapy. Everything that you do to me that doesn't make me feel good as your mate, I bring it to you and you tell me you just never good enough for me. Statements like that tell me that you feel I'm not worthy enough for you to make those adjustments for us to be happy. I cannot take this treatment anymore because deep down I feel like you gave up a long time ago. All the while I've been working on myself to be the type of person I thought you would like a little more. When all in all, you don't even know what you like or want for real. I watched you hope and pray for your surgery, making promises that you would make better choices in food just for you to still eat toxic meals. I tried to bring it to your attention the most politest way possible just for you to basically tell me to mind my business. When your business becomes my business, when I had to help you heal. I massaged you every night for hours. I had to sleep uncomfortable for 3 months straight and go without sex. But I have to remain silent when I see a problem because I'm trying to control you. I've watched you hope and pray for a Benz. I helped you get it by putting it in my name, something I've never did for anybody. You promised that you'll get it. Once you get it, you will be on your fly shit. You won't treat it like your Ford Fusion, only for you to get it and barely keep it up. And then come up with the new law that I'm the man of the relationship is supposed to always keep the car clean. That car has junk in it. You let the kids leave food, shoes, and clothes and everything in your car. Another example of unappreciation. You break promises with yourself, spend lots of money on things you feel is worth it. How am I supposed to trust that you appreciate me? I basically have to tell you things I like you to do. You don't research and evaluate what you are and what you're not doing because you say you're tired of trying to please me. You literally ask for God to make me better, like you ask God for everything and you have right now, cars, money, and health, relationship, and literally treated all of that like shit. And starting to treat me the exact way. You lack appreciation. I don't deserve to ever be told that I'm done trying to please you or I'm tired of worrying about you ever again. I do not want to move forward in this relationship. I don't want the ring. You do not like me and I'll run myself raggedy as fuck sitting around waiting another minute waiting for you to admit it. Something you constantly showing me. So I'm doing you a solid and I'm getting out your way. So boom, January 3rd, we broke up. I wrote the letter, I left it, right? I left it and I dipped. And she ended up calling, she was hysterical, she was mad as shit, wanting to argue, and I was out and about handling business. I was done going to her parents about things that were going wrong in our relationship because I seen that wasn't helping. Basically, it would be, you know what I'm saying, them pointing fingers at each other. Like, oh, she crazy because of her daddy. She crazy because... Nah, she crazy because her mama like that. She get that from her mama. It was a lot of pointing fingers, but nobody was like encouraging her like, baby, this is inherited somehow, get help. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was helping her see nothing wrong with what she was doing. They was too busy pointing fingers. Because we have to take accountability everywhere. And it was not helping me or my relationship. You know, talking to them about their daughter. It wasn't helping. So I just really wanted to keep it to myself. All I'm telling her, I'm good, she good. Because I done got to the point where I'm done voicing my opinion. I'm done talking, I'm done trying to understand this person. I'm just ready to I'm over, I'm done with it. And demanding respect from somebody that says they love me. It was to the point where I was going crazy. So I had to start documenting for record for myself to make sure that I'm not crazy. Had this been years ago, I would never took no picture of no letter I wrote. I wrote it and kept it moving. But I had to take a picture of it because I had to make sure I said what I said. A conversation ain't a conversation if the person on the other end isn't receiving. If I verbalized it and I wrote it down, that person still could walk away and act like they ain't hear what I'm saying. And this is the case. I've been threatening to leave. February, things started going downhill. So much stuff happened, y'all, that my relationship got in the way of me opening the store. I was so excited about seeing myself on TV that night, like, I waited all night airing at like 12 at night, but I stayed up just so I could see myself on TV because I wanted to enjoy that moment and share that moment with my fiance. We watched it, we were excited, but then when we went to lay down and go to bed, she was crying, explaining to me she don't understand why she's jealous of me. She basically said she wants to be happy for me, but she feels like I'm living her dream. She feels like she was supposed to be the one on the news. She was supposed to be the one opening the store. And that kind of broke me in a way that I really, for real, couldn't understand at the time, because this is for me. Like, I've only been under the relationship umbrella for the last 8 years. She went through so many different accomplishments that I was there and proud of. And not once did I feel any type of jealousy, because as long as she was happy, I was happy. So when I found myself really explaining to her on how she should be happy for me in a moment that really was for me, it made me feel all kind of different ways that I can't even explain, y'all. Like, this is part of the reason why I didn't want to come to the internet, because I went through so many different emotions that I really, for real, can't put a title on each one. This situation is super unfortunate. I get so sad when I see my efforts getting discredited. And I know how hard I went for my relationship. I know how loyal I remained through the most roughest time. I don't even blame her for the relationship ending. I blame me. It was me not standing firm on my respect that I deserve because I was too busy. I came in the door being a parent. 8 years ago, I'm 35, so I'm 27, no kids. I'm a young kid myself in my prime. I came in the door being responsible, came in the door taking care of my household. I used my very first T-Mobile check on getting us that apartment. I was there through the court case when baby dad number 2 wanted to get full custody. I was there being the support system. When I see people downplaying it and making it seem like I'm nonchalant, nah, I know I cared and I know how hard I fought, and I know to see the person that claimed they love me downplaying the whole relationship like she got manipulated and I was such a narcissist. If I was really that bad of a person, it shouldn't be a weight lifted off. Just for a person to change the whole narrative and make it look like I controlled them. Your mate ain't controlling if you could dress how you want, if you could think what you want, if you can believe what you want. If she believed she was a butterfly, guess who was out there helping her spread her fucking wing? All she had to do was be like, yo, I want to be a butterfly today. Guess who goddamn got wings ordered to the house, goddamn cocoons and shit ordered to the house. Like, I was that person that supported, that was there. So now I'm manipulative and controlling, all because I'm choosing me. Everybody offline knew we were broken up in January. This episode 1. I'm about to take my ass home and lay down with my lady, and I'm gonna bring y'all part 2.
I'm tryna heal from the way that you hurt me. We share meals, how the fuck you desert me? Her love don't break, but it been, oh nah, here we go with this again. Once you start, it never ends. Why we love like